Hey everyone, it is Effortless Qigong Live. So I'm going to be live for the next 10 to 20 minutes as I go for this walk. Hope you are doing well. And during this live, basically, open to answering any questions. If you've been enjoying the routines, if you have any questions about techniques, if you have questions about mindfulness, also just pop in to say hello. And I will make this recording available, that way people kind of get the idea. They can always watch the recordings later, right? So it's a beautiful afternoon. I'm out for a walk. I'm actually going to be filming an Effortless Qigong video here soon. And so while I'm on my way to record this session, I thought I'd go live. So if you're joining in, you can say hello. This is a community check-in, so just, it's a good time to ask questions, say hello, introduce yourself. Maybe talk about anything you've learned about Qigong. We can kind of steer the direction of the conversation in any way. So yeah. If you don't know me by now, you probably do. My name is Jared, and I'm the creator of Effortless Qigong. The goal of these lives, which I'll be doing more and more often, is to start engaging more with you. Because Qigong is a very powerful practice. I think it's one of the best forms of exercise that I've discovered. I feel like it integrates so many things together. I'm actually a little warm. Why do you even take off the hat? So just being able to talk about it, to share it with others, this is a valuable thing. Also, it's important that I talk a bit about sort of like, hey, hello Edith, how are you? Welcome to the community check-in. Basically going live. Hello, Prasa, how are you doing? Hope you all are doing well. I'm out here. It's a beautiful day. Out for a hike. So this is a community check-in. Basically, I'm going live and we can join in. And if you've been practicing Effortless Qigong, doing any of the routines, let everyone else know in the comment section down below how your Qigong sessions are going, what you've noticed, because your stories can inspire other people as well. So where I'm going right now, well, I'll show you. Oh, let's see. Can I turn this around? Oh, weird. It's not letting me. Okay, well, basically on a nice walking trail, going to record this video, and then also recording a new Effortless Qigong routine. I think part of the reason people watch the videos is because not only is Qigong like a really powerful practice, but by being out in nature, people kind of feel that too. Hi Rose, how are you doing? Edith asks, is there alligator in your state? No, I live in Canada, so luckily there are no alligators or crocodiles in Canada. There's probably nothing out here at all that's even poisonous or hungry that's big enough to eat me. So there's a chance there could be a bear, but there's probably not a bear out here. So again, hello everyone. I'm so happy to see that you're here on the live. This is a community check-in, so join me for this beautiful walk. Feel free to ask questions about me, about Qigong. Share any stories about Qigong practice that you've enjoyed recently. Anything that you've discovered. Edith has crocodiles in your state. Yeah, man, crocodiles. I'm glad I don't have crocodiles around. They're something to be cautious about for sure. I don't know if you've got these sort of beautiful flowers out here that I really like. That's good. Good to hear you're doing great, Rose. Yeah, I'm out here for a walk and I'll do this live. I'm going to stop and chat for a minute here once I get to my destination. And then after I'm finished with this live, I'm going to shoot probably next week's session. I think I have one already in the chamber that I'll be putting out probably tomorrow, and then the week following I'll put out this one. Ooh. All right, bye Edith. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so I'm gonna start doing these lives more often as well, because I feel like watching the routines is great, but then it's like, how do we create more connection and more engagement amongst ourselves? Because I think as well, Qigong is cool, but it's also cool to feel like you're part of like a community, you know? You look like Johnny. Oh, interesting. I work at a desk job and noticed that Qigong has helped with lower back pain. That's a really good observation. I like that you shared that too, because when I first started Qigong, that's part of the reason I started, was because I had really bad back pain. And not really bad back pain, but I definitely began to notice that I never gave much thought to spinal health or back health. And I knew that if I didn't start to take care of it like sooner than later, that it was only gonna get worse. It was gonna catch up on me. And so I started to change the way I looked at exercise and self-care. And when I discovered Qigong, it changed my life, you know? Spinal cord breathing is the best. I love that you start some practices with it. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. I think that spinal cord breathing, it's like a really basic move. And I also think it's really accessible for people. Like, it's one of the Qigong moves that looks most like a stretch you would normally see, at least in my mind. And so sometimes it's the simplest movements, like spinal cord breathing, or picking cherries, like simple stretches, or hip circles. That's a really good one. That if we can easily remember them and we can use them throughout our week, we can actually get a lot of really great benefits from them. Especially thinking about, like, if you have lower back pain, then doing like hip circles on a regular basis can be really good. Start to bring more movement, resilience, and flexibility into the hips. And spinal cord breathing is a really good movement because it, as you breathe, you're opening and stretching the rib cage. You're actually massaging the spinal cord with the spinal cord movements, and you're massaging the internal organs. And it's also a really good energy and mental focus reset. If we're sitting for a long period of time, especially if we're stressed, what can happen is that stress starts to build up in the body. And when we can learn and get really good at recognizing that, and then having a small toolkit of, say, 3 or 4 movements, spinal cord breathing is one of them I would definitely have, just because it's one of those movements you can kind of do in most places. It's not going to look super weird, considering all the different Qigong moves that are out there. And Spinal cord breathing also just addresses so many things at once too, so it's a super good move. So again, welcome everyone. Welcome to this community check-in. I'm out for a walk, and like I said before, I'm gonna start doing more lives. I think it's also like a skill I want to build, being able to kind of think on top of my feet and connect with people. I want to show you this river here. What time is it? Okay. Probably go for another 10-15 minutes. This is the river. I'm curious, has anyone been doing Qigong, like not just the routines, but maybe Qigong outside? Like for me, something I really enjoy doing is if I go on a walk like today, finding a beautiful spot that's pretty safe and secluded with grass. I'm not gonna fall off a cliff or anything or fall on a rock. Those can be really good places to go out in nature and do Qigong if you find a good safe place. And especially as you're practicing these routines here in Effortless Qigong, these free routines on YouTube, which is what I mostly have out there right now, you can start to find movements that you like in those routines, and you can remember them. Like a simple movement like spinal cord breathing or hip circles or pulling down the sky. And you can take those on your hikes and do them in nature. Just going out in the woods and doing Buddha holds up the earth for 3 to 5 minutes can be a really great way to do nature bathing, but also to really breathe fully and deeply and to connect with the nature that's around us. We spend a lot of time in offices and cars in our houses, in cities where the air quality isn't so good. And so when you can actually go out in nature and also breathe intentionally, you're gonna get a lot of health benefits from that for sure. Rose says, Qigong and then reading a book helps me so much with stress after work. Also walking. It sounds like Rose has, sounds like Rose, you have quite a bit of like good habits in your life that you use to like manage your energy, your emotional energy and your physical energy and these things. And I think, yeah, Qigong, I know you mentioned you did yoga as well. And reading books is super great too. I really like, for me, investing in my library has been a really big part of my personal and spiritual growth. Like having really high quality books on a variety of subjects so that I'm always learning. And I find it relaxing as well. So I'm gonna sit here on this suspicious log. Okay. My husband and I go to grill next to the pond at our apartment. I'll do Qigong on the patio near the pond. That's nice. Okay, as you can see, I've got a lot of bug bites on my forehead. I've been working outside in the woods the past couple of weeks, so I'm getting pretty bug bit out there, but nothing I can't handle. So yeah, so today I'll be picking the routine that I'm going to be recording and shooting, so we'll do that here shortly. And you know, you can tell I don't go live very much because I'm not always able to think so quickly on my feet. Yeah, I plan to go live more often, and I really want to engage with you guys more often, because I think one of the challenges I have, like, Qigong is not that well known, and I think there's a lot of people who are watching these routines on a regular basis who aren't necessarily always commenting or engaging, but I know that they're out there, because I can see in the statistics or my analytics that I've got quite a few people who watch at least some routines on a regular basis. They come back to them, they watch them, they save them in playlists and stuff like this, and they share them with others. So I know there's people out there who are finding value in these videos and in these things. And my assumption is the more I engage, the more I can kind of get to know you guys, what you're liking about Qigong, what you're working on, questions you have. Because for me, it's like, if I'm going to be creating routines or workshops and courses, there's a combination of both knowing what you folks are wanting to learn about, but also, like, I need to, as a leader, I need to be able to lead as well and sort of guide Effortless Qigong and the routines and the workshops and things based off of solid principles, Qigong principles. Because a lot of people don't know what Qigong is. They don't even know what's possible with a Qigong practice, because it's not like other forms of exercise, for example, weightlifting or running. Like, when we were doing weightlifting, it's pretty obvious that we want to build muscle, right? We want to look a certain way, whether we build big muscles or lean muscles. You can see that result much easier. But with Qigong, we're doing more of an internal practice. Yes, Qigong can help with posture, right? Qigong can improve the health of your skin. It can make it more visibly, people can see the change in you. Like, since I've started Qigong, I actually get a lot of comments from my family, from friends who've known me for a long time. People in my Toastmasters group as well, I mentioned it recently, like, that I've changed quite a lot over the years since I've been doing Qigong. Like, I used to be, my emotions used to be a lot more over the place, and I used to be more anxious. But since starting Qigong, I've definitely changed a lot. I'm much more mellow and calm. My emotions are much smoother. I feel more relaxed, more accepting, more forgiving, and I have more grace that I carry throughout my life. And so with Qigong, we're focused on developing our mind-body connection. We're cultivating joy, resilience, relaxation, feeling of being grounded. We're working on the actual health of the nervous system. We're improving our balance. There's so many things you can say that Qigong does. It's honestly not the easiest thing to explain. But if you get someone to try Qigong practice and they can do it for 10 minutes or an hour, I find people see what it's about because they can feel it. So that's why I haven't actually done a whole lot of explaining of what Qigong is on this channel. I've mostly just been putting out the routines because I think before I got into really explaining much about it, I wanted to get a bunch of people moving, feeling what Qigong is, and then doing the practices. So that's why I've sort of started with just putting out the routines for now, and then leaving the explanations to like workshops and these types of things for people who are interested and wanting to go deeper. And so again, this is a community check-in. So if you're popping in, say hello, ask questions, anything on your mind about Qigong or Effortless Qigong or me that you're like curious about, feel free to ask. I had something on my mind here. It's gone anyway. Yeah, and so I think another thing as well is like Qigong as a practice, like the actual moving and the stretching can become so pleasurable and so enjoyable. Now, running can be pleasurable and enjoyable, weightlifting can be, any other form of exercise can also have that. But where Qigong is so effortless and so relaxed, it's a bit different. Qigong can also be a really good workout. Like you can feel burns and like muscle burn and stuff like that. But when you get pretty good at Qigong, you get enough hours under your belt. And even early on, for a lot of people, from what I've heard, is Qigong is pleasurable. Qigong feels good. And it's something that you can come back to again and again because these routines are online. That if you have neck, back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, tension, stress, anxiety, whatever it is, you know that you can always go and do that Qigong practice and get like anywhere from 30 to 80% of your state changed for the better just from doing a simple Qigong practice. But I think something that's hard to see is that, okay, so let's say you can be stressed 1 minute and then you do your Qigong practice 10 minutes later, wow, I feel better. That's really nice. But when you start to invest like long term and you start to think, okay, well, I like Qigong as a practice, I know I'm going to be doing it for like months to come or years to come. Like I want to invest in this because when I'm investing in Qigong, I'm investing in my longevity, my nervous system health. I'm investing in the health of my organs, the ability to feel more relaxed, more joyful, more resilient. And learning the movements is fun and exciting. Like if you're someone that's like that, you start to love discovering these new movements and different combinations of movements. Qigong is actually like an infinite art that you've discovered. It's something that you can improve upon and develop over decades and years. You can practice Qigong when you're, depending on your health. If you maintain your health now, when you're relatively young, you can be practicing Qigong when you're 100 years old, right? You can and still be learning more. Because that's how deep this thing is. There's thousands of styles of Qigong. And there's a lot of physical benefits of Qigong, but there's also a lot of energetic and emotional and spiritual benefits of Qigong that you don't even know what they are yet until you've discovered them in a practice. There's so many different styles and concepts, so it's really an exciting thing to have discovered and to making an investment in. And so Effortless Qigong is relatively young. I've got many routines up. They're really short, and they're also an expression of my ability to teach and to move and to create routines as of yet, which is always going to be improving. And as I grow and mature as a teacher, as the Effortless Qigong brand grows and matures, I mean, it's gonna be really a really beautiful thing, I think. I'm excited in the future to have like more hour-long sessions for people who have been practicing for a while and would like to go even deeper. Stay tuned for, again, as my schedule changes, because I'm navigating life. Expect to see more live sessions, more live community chats, more routines in the future. And then soon as well in the future, the website will be up. And on the website, basically, I'm going to have some various offerings that people can kind of come through. They'll soon be. The plan is basically to create a subscription service, but I'm being very patient in my process of building this, and so I'll talk more about that in the future. But people have expressed interest in this, so you will see that in the future. But like I said, I'm not rushing and moving extremely fast with this. I'm building Effortless Qigong at a very sustainable and healthy pace for me, and I think for this community, because like a tree can only carry so much weight given how long it's had to grow and how big it's grown, right? So like I said, the root system is growing, the tree is building up its capacity, and as that happens, you'll see more stuff happen. But it'll take time, so I'm pretty content with that. So yeah. And again, these lives will change. Like the more I go live, the way I approach them will change, and the more that people engage as well. So, all right, guys, I have about 4 more minutes. I'm gonna be live. So if you're just jumping in, if you're checking in, say hello in the chat, leave a comment. Comments, questions, anything about Effortless Qigong or Qigong in general, pop in, say hello. And if you're wondering what's going on with my forehead, they're bug bites. I got bitten by like 5,000,000 black flies like 3-4 days ago. So that's what happens when you're out in the woods for 8 hours, but it happens. Yeah. Okay. It's also summertime, which means I'll be working on a summertime Qigong routine, my first one. And then the goal as well is to have seasonal videos that come out. So each season, every year, I'll be putting out routines and videos, workshops on each of the season. And each season, those will refine and become better and more useful for people as we go through these iterations and the seasons. I think that's an important part of teaching Qigong, is for me to be constantly growing and improving and refining, and then sharing that with others. Because I know that, like, as I'm practicing Qigong and I'm working on my techniques, I don't just think about my own practice. I know that I'm going to be recording these movements and these sequences and explaining these things with others so that they can get the benefit from it. So for me, every time I practice Qigong, I'm thinking, okay, there could be, let's say, 5,000 people will watch me do this movement. So I want to do the movement very well. And that is an exciting thought for me. So I enjoy that idea of thousands of people trying Qigong for the first time, discovering something new, and improving their health overall. So that's exciting. I feel like I'm holding the camera too low, but all right, I'm here for 2 more minutes. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them here. I don't know if Rose is still watching, but if you are, hello. Thanks for dropping by. Your support and interest in Effortless Qigong amazes me, and I definitely appreciate it. So yeah, new routine ideally coming up next couple of days. Also, I need to, I'm gonna solidify what day of the week I let myself launch a video. I think it's gonna be Friday. Probably new video every Friday, because I've just been posting them kind of when I make the video, but I think I want to make it consistent, and I'll make that explicit in the coming weeks, but expect that. And other than that, like, you know, if you guys ever have any questions on a video, feel free to ask the question. I would generally try to answer them. And yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, so I think I'll do another live like I've been doing. So I've been doing this series of lives where I talk about things that are like not necessarily Qigong specifically, but related to Qigong. So far I've done a live session on like mindfulness and living joyfully. You can check that out on the channel. I did another one on the practice of centering when I was in the city. I was pretty tired when I recorded that one because I'm pretty busy. But that one's available, and I'll be doing more conversations on centering. And then the last one was on what's I just did today. Yeah, fully feeling. So I just did a live today on fully feeling, which I'll make the replay available as well. So mindfulness and joyful living, the practice of centering, and fully feeling. These are 3 lives I just recently did. And so you can check those out. You can put them on as podcasts and listen to them. And again, these live sessions are imperfect. Like it's not like I'm scripted here all the time. So when you watch those live sessions, that's what you get. You get a raw live session of me following a template, but I'm live and off the top of my head with these for now. As I'm just practicing and working on that muscle. I'm also sharing value for you guys. So So thanks so much for watching and tuning into this Effortless Qigong live stream. I'll be going live more in the future as well. Your comments, your questions, your critiques are all very valuable to me, and I look forward to hearing more from you all in the future. Thanks so much for popping in. Stay safe, stay well, keep it effortless. Peace.